Jesse. Okay, so we're doing commissions today, but before we actually start on that, I'm actually going to start out with some warm-up doodles because I haven't drawn anything today. Or honestly, not really much at all, because I actually hurt my shoulder not that long ago. I don't know how I did it. I guess I must have like slept wrong or something, because like I woke up and my shoulder hurt really bad and kind of like crippled me for a few days. Like it hurt to type. That's how bad it was. But I'm better now. I think maybe. I mean, it's still like pretty sore. Um, but it could be like way worse. Hello, perhaps. Good to see you. Good luck with work. Let's see. Warm up doodle. Man, I had like ideas in my head yesterday for like some funny comic jokes, and now I can't remember what any of them were. Would you like some doodle suggestions? Yeah, go for it, I guess. I kind of just feel like drawing Adam and Charlie. Like, I really like Adam and Charlie. They make me happy. Why can't I draw a circle today? It's really laggy. What am I? Hang on. I've got an idea of how I can speed this up a little bit. Hopefully that should speed it up a little bit. Draw Charlie trying to carry Adam piggyback style. That's a good idea. Is the volume on the music good? Like, just to make sure. Because I know that the levels, like, the way that they appear, like, in the streaming thing, don't always translate the way that I imagine they would. You can't hear it? Ah, great. That's wonderful. I love it when you can't hear the music. How's that? Is that better? Totally not max. Kind of okay? Do we need more? How about that? Is that better? Do we agree on that being better? Because the levels look good for me. I can hear things fine? Alright. Is that a follower? Am I allowed to see? Thank you for the follower, D&D and taught him. It disappeared. Thank you for the follow. Guess what, fellas? Guess what? That means we have 50 followers now. We have hit monetization. Congratulations, everyone. This is a major milestone. Just call us D&D? Okay. We're worth money now. Actually, hang on. Let me check my my Twitch real quick. I think the other things that we needed in order to hit monetization might be gone now. Cuz you do have to like stream kind of consistently in order to do it. Let me check. And analytics. It would be in achievements, right? Okay, path to affiliate. Yeah. All right, we've got everything. It's just gonna take a little bit of time for it to register in the system that we've got 50 followers now. That's great. W, big W. Perhaps. See you later. Drawing for a new commission piece? We will be in just a second. I'm actually doing a quick warm-up sketch right now because I haven't drawn anything else today. And I actually haven't really drawn much of anything the past couple days. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get back into the grind set. Hang on, I'm gonna move your head out of here for a minute. This is great already. I feel like he's not big enough. Hang on, let me move all of this down. I is a pretty princess. I is such a pretty princess. AJ, should I make a BBFFB Adam Yoinked emoji? Yeah, go for it. Y'all can make whatever you want. I don't care. Her hair looks weird. There we. Aw, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Gonna make a Twix out of a machine. This is a perfect image. His boobs need to be bigger. Adam deserves all the boob. Perfection. Alright, W stream, I'll see you all later. I'm kidding. Okay, time to get started on commissions for real. Hang on, I need to go check what my, instructions are real quick. I'm gonna work on the family portrait of Lou being king and Stardust artwork while watching the stream. Absolutely do that. I'm sorry, Jesse, did you just say your Adam is 18'6"? And Eve is 5'4"? I'm sorry? Alright, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Ah. Shoulder blades. What's wrong with my body? Alright. The instructions. We have them. And let me go get those reference images that he attached also. Okay. I do not know how I'm going to combine these two dresses. And where's the last one? Oh boy. Okay. So this character is going to be fun because she's an automaton, and I really liked how you handled Serpentius. I believe an automaton is like a type of robot, right? I don't actually know. Name, description. She's a mix between a mad scientist and a Victorian nurse. Okay. Primarily wears a lab coat and has a pair of goggles around her neck. Alright. Lab coat. Goggles around neck. Body made of copper bronze color metal. Okay, copper and bronze. Porcelain face. Porcelain doll face. If it helps, her voice is like Siri, but she does have genuine emotion and cares for her patients. It's just blah, blah, blah. Mad science is a hobby. Great. Got it. Alright. Okay. Mix between a scientist and a Victorian nurse. It seems like it would be easier to just give her multiple outfits than to try and combine this with this. Because this has to be, like, completely closed up, so none of this would show through. Oh boy, we got a bot! Can I get rid of that, please? Am I allowed? Hang on, I need to do this on my computer, I can't do it from my phone. Let me see. Am I allowed to access my own Twitch account? Please! Let me out! Help! Please? I would really like to view my own profile. Thank you. Finally. Goodness gracious. I can pin it and I can reply. Am I allowed to kill it? Warn, timeout, ban! There we go. Alright, he's gone now. Let me just get rid of that tab so that we can free up some space. Sir, just dropping by while I feel up perfect timing, and also, yeah, an automaton is essentially a robot made using ancient materials. Got it, thank you. You mentioned before that two methods of travel exist to get to different rings, teleportation or tunnels, with tunnels being the slow but affordable option. But since the bottom of Greed was never found, Mammon has made the most elaborate and high-capacity teleportation system in Hell that is also at a price that anyone can pay, but they have to pay, which makes him rich. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Never fear, Mike is here. Nice to see you, Mike. Did you realize that your main your name pops up with possible ban evader with a warning for me? What am I doing? Don't have any. Let me look up like pictures of automatons so I make sure that I'm doing this right. Automaton. Sure, there's a picture somewhere. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Let me switch this quickly to display capture so you guys can see the monstrosities that I've just been laden with. Oh my goodness gracious. The amount of AI in here just from a singular glance is ridiculous, man. Hey, it seems like this is kind of what we're maybe going for. I can totally do that. Let's see what else. Seems like the only one that like kind of like fits the description. Let me quickly like drop that in real quick so that I don't lose it. This is almost for certain AI though. I mean, it might not be. Let me like zoom up on those details. And the quality of the image is too low to actually tell for certain. I don't know. It's gotten to the point. Actually, like this realistic human ear on top of this face does make me think that this is probably AI because I don't think an artist would render the ear this way. I mean, they might. I don't know. What are we drawing today? We're doing a commission. We're supposed to be drawing like an automaton, which is like a magic robot type thing. Oh my. This isn't it, but that does look kind of like cool and creepy. I do kind of like that. Let me put in fantasy art because it seems like we're not getting enough of what I actually want to look at. Fantasy art. I love the idea of multiple outfits, and that's why I didn't try to give you a picture of an automaton. I couldn't find anyone that I like that didn't stink of AI. I actually don't mind using AI for reference images. Like, we've gotten to the point where AI has infected the internet so much that it's nearly impossible to find good reference images that aren't of AI. So I've just kind of accepted that it's something that I just have to deal with when I'm looking for pictures of things. At least we got more cool robots. There's less AI on Pinterest, at least that I've seen. I don't use Pinterest. It makes me log in every single time, and I don't like that. I also just, like, don't like scrolling on it. I don't understand it. I don't like it. Hang on. That looks cool. I don't think this is AI. This looks real. It's even got, like, a copyright signature. Look at that. Hello, Fazbear! It might be your search engine that's the problem? It could be. I don't know, man. I've used a lot of different search engines, and they all, like, kind of stink. Let me see. I like this one right here in the center. It is a little bit hard to tell what's going on in this image because they don't have, like, a ton of midtones to, like, separate the bots out from each other, so all that detail, like, kind of blends together. Another reason why I think this is definitely real. I find the Frostpunk automaton to be a great design, even if it's completely non-humanoid. I actually really like non-humanoid robots. I think non-humanoid looking robots are a lot of fun. Definitely gonna reference this, even though there's like a lot of stuff in here that I can't really use, and a lot of it's gonna get covered up anyway. Especially these outfits are very covering, which thank goodness it means we have to do a lot less work. Sorry. I had an interesting conversation with my gran about a week ago, and she pointed out that giants exist in the Old Testament. Example, Goliath and his 4 brothers, which is wild to think about. I didn't know Goliath had 4 brothers. That's crazy. I think their idea of giant was, like, a little bit different from what we might consider giants today. Like, because, like, there is, like, an actual, like, I don't know if you would call it, like, a deformity or a disorder, but some people do get this disorder where, like, their body just, like, doesn't stop growing, and they just get really big. I knew there were giants in the Bible, and I think their idea of giant is a little bit different. Like I was saying, there is a real, yeah, it's called gigantism. It's a real disorder that really does happen where people just get really big. But because they get so big, like, their organs fail and they die usually pretty young because their bodies can't actually support them. Human bodies are just not meant to get that big, which is probably why, part of the reason why he died so easy when he, like, got struck, like, right in the center of the forehead. Because, I believe something, like, when, what was his face? When David came to, like, go kill him with a sling, like, he said something about, like, what was the, I don't remember the exact quote. It's been a long time since I've actually read that Bible story. But Goliath said, "You're gonna, like, fight me with sticks?" When a sling does not look like a stick, which kind of, like, implies to me that Goliath's eyesight was probably not very good, and that he was probably easily confused. Back in the day, humans were pretty short. Yeah, people do, like, tend to be pretty small. Like, over time, it seems like humans have gotten, like, kind of bigger. But yeah, Back in the day, humans were tiny. Also, hang on. Am I still on display capture? I forget. I am still on display capture. Okay. So, I don't know if you know this, but a sling is actually a real, like, not a sling, a slingshot. A slingshot is a real weapon. Like, these are, like, the toys that you, like, immediately imagine, but, like, I'm thinking, like, the it wasn't medieval, but it was a... Nope, these aren't real pictures. These aren't pictures of what I'm thinking of either. Ah, here's one. It was like a legitimate weapon. Like, this is what the David's slingshot would have actually looked like. Or at least like something kind of like this. It probably would have been made a little bit differently. But yeah, if you spin that around a few times and then release that ball, it's gonna fire off like a gun. So yeah, you could totally kill somebody with that. David basically like pulled up to a sword fight with a freaking gun. I was rewatching Hell of a Boss clips along with this and still is beating the crap out of and Trailfist will never not be hilarious to me. It was very funny. But as much as I love that scene and as funny as I think it is, I think it being funny did a disservice to Andrelphus, because I am not scared of him. He has zero intimidation. Slings were extremely deadly, but required a lot of work to master. Yes, yes. They definitely did take a lot of work to master. I need to change out my nib real quick, cause it is going to scratch the heck out of my poor tablet. Where did I put my nibs? I don't even remember. I have drawn nothing. I keep procrastinating. Oh, there they are. Found them. Sorry, my mouth keeps like filling with phlegm. AJ, did you base the lustring off of the epipelagic zone, while the MV ring is based off of the abyssal to the Haddle zone? Yes. I love the ocean. I mean, I'm terrified of it, but like I think the deep ocean so cool. So freaking cool. It also wasn't uncommon for slingers to load multiple bullets in one throw for close quarters, especially making them a shotgun. Essentially making them a shotgun, but a lot less powerful, yes. Slingshots were cool, man. I think if the US ever banned guns, I would learn how to use a slingshot instead. Honestly, I think banning weapons is really stupid, because, like, anything can be used as a weapon if you try hard enough. Like, if you want to kill somebody, you're gonna do it. Nothing's gonna stop you. Like, sugar and water can become a weapon. If you use it correctly. If you mix a bunch of sugar, a few pounds of sugar, if you mix a few pounds of sugar into boiling water, that boiling water's maximum temperature suddenly becomes way hotter. You can like get it up to like, I don't even know how much, but it can get like really stinking hot, and you can very easily, and since sugar like sticks to the skin, if you throw that sugar water, that boiling sugar water onto somebody, they're dead. There's also, like, kitchen knives. You can kill somebody with a kitchen knife. The UK might not have any gun problems, but they do have a lot of stabbings. And actually, most murders do actually occur with knives. Even here in America, we still have more of a knife problem than we do with a killing problem. Not a killing problem. I mean, the killing problem still happens with the knives. Uh, we do still have more stabbings than we do gun problems. Anyway, so like, point is, we can't just ban everything that could potentially be dangerous. That's just not gonna work. There has to be a better solution to the problem. Oh, I hear another notification. Am I allowed to look at it? Oh, thank you for the follow, Mike Show Host. Thank you for having a name that's actually easy to read. Even in Japan, with its insane gun laws, someone made a homemade weapon and used it to kill a high-ranking politician. I heard about that. I heard that like I heard that like when the gunshot went off, like nobody like reacted at first because they didn't know what it was. Isn't that insane? Am I allowed to draw a circle, please? One without bumps. You know what? She's a robot. I can make this perfectly round. I'm allowed. Why are succubi and incubi the demons you are most interested in designing? 'Cause I'm a gooner. I'm joking, I'm joking. I think it's because I have like the most like solid idea for them already, which is I want to make them like reptilian in nature, like especially very snake-like. Try and think of a pose here. Oh. Am I allowed? Am I allowed? Am I allowed to just draw? Thank you. Like a sea crate? I don't know what you mean. Also of note, she is in a relationship with the guild's chief interrogator, who is basically Thresh from League, so have fun with that idea. I wish I knew how- I wish I knew who Thresh from League was. That might make it easier for me to figure out what you're talking about. Might make Charlie half succubi like BBFFBs is half imp. That's a good idea. Look up, let me just drop in quickly. Hang on a sec. Let me turn off my display capture in case you see any of my nasty little files. Turn off. Thank you. Let's see. Let me pull up pictures of your old commissions so that like I can get like a better idea of what body types I've used already. Not merch. It's not in the merch folder. It is in the commissions folder. Thank you. It's like everyone likes a variety of like maybe not necessarily of body types, but like the shapes. Everyone likes a variety of shapes. Homework folder when? It is not in the homework folder. And you'll never see it ever. Let's see, where's Akahari? There you are. should size up their I should size up their heads to be the same size so I get a better idea of how tall everyone is and next to each other. Let me turn off everything in the background that's distracting me. I'm gonna turn you off. Wouldn't it be funny if I accidentally made this lady larger than her husband? That looks, a little smaller. There we go, that looks about the same size. I imagine you're gonna be pretty darn big, cause, you're like a cow, man. Oh, are you smaller? You better not be. The cow heads are pretty big, so you should be like about that height. So like, not that much taller, but like, it's still like a decent height difference. Where's what's-his-face? He would be in 2025. Where are you? Psh, 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 psh. Kenji! There we go. The little dude. I can make you as small as I want. Oh! Look at him! So little! Maybe a little bit bigger. He's so little! What a little guy! How tall is Otherverse Mary? She should be like around like 5 foot. She's teeny. Okay. We've got the lineup, so now it should be easier for me to like figure out an idea for how tall I want this lady to be. I'm thinking like kind of on the smaller side probably, but not like absolutely puny. I believe that a sea crate is an aquatic snake that can also travel on land, and it would make the most sense for a serpentine succubus, given the submerged nature of your version of lust, and can have enough differences to draw from with the paddle-shaped tail. Let me look up those snakes really quick. Let's turn this display capture back on real quick. Display capture. And turn IBOS off. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let me look this up. Where did my little thing go? I had a thing here next to me. Where did it go? I would like it back. Oh, there you are. It was on the table. Okay. Sea crate. Images. Oh, these little doodads. I might. They are very cute. Oh, you saw your wife? Yeah, Duck sent this image to me. I don't actually know where it came from or who the artist is, but I have it now, and I really like it. It's a good image. Actually, hang on, let me show you what, like, I'm kind of, imagining for lust. What was the... Hang on. I forget actually the name of the time period that I was actually basing it off of. Obitherian period? I don't think that's what it's called. That's not what it's called. We're gonna look at Adam for comfort while I figure out what it was called. What was the name of the time period that started with O? What was it? Or was it an era? You! Yes. Am I allowed to look at what the world looked like, please? Scenery. Aw. These are just pictures of the actual planet. Aw, man. What's this? Oh, that is pretty. Man, this search engine sucks. I'm using DuckDuckGo because, like, I don't want to be tracked and whatnot, and it's supposed to stop that from happening. Okay, so this is maybe a little bit closer. I don't know. There weren't plants. There should not be plants. Here we go. Okay. So imagine this. This water cannot be more than like 5 feet deep, right? So I'm imagining the lust ring would be like this, where the entirety of it is covered in water. All of it is water. It's all and it's gonna be shallow water like this too, where it's at most like 10 feet deep, but there will be like sinkholes like around, you know? That's kind of what I was thinking. And you can't go on land because the land is poisonous. Or, well, not the land, but the air. Anyway, so I'm very excited for that. I like the pre-Cambrian period and also the Cambrian period. They're very pretty. Maybe I should look that up instead of specifically this one. Cambrian, period. Well, I guess it was an era, right? I didn't spell that right, I'm sure. But it was the era of these little doodads. Look at these little doodads. If this is the era I'm thinking of, then there would also be a lot of large underwater arachnids and insects. Yes, exactly. We are exactly thinking of the same thing. Arachnids, insects, what were they called? Something pods. Ah, great. Now I can't remember what they're called either! Aw, man. What is the family that octopi belong to? Are they called gastropods? I don't think they're called gastropods. Maybe like taxonomy of an octopus. Mollusks? Well, that's the order. Order of Octopoda. Well, that makes sense. Cephalopods! Thank you! Yes, I can't remember anything because I'm an idiot. I know everything except for what I actually know. It literally means head, foot. Yes, it does. I remember that. I can't believe I forgot the word cephalopod. It used to be like my favorite word because it was a big word and nobody else knew what it meant and made me feel smart. Okay. How about I actually work on the thing I came to work on? Let me think. You're adorkable? How dare you call me that? Drop pregnant Adam because I'm bored! No! No! Okay. You're kind of like a flatter chested girl, so maybe I could make this one a little bit bustier to like balance it out. Let's see, like you're a robot, so you're probably gonna need an engine, so the engine could be like right in the center. That would make sense. Let me keep on thinking here. You're probably gonna like maybe be more of like a stout character, cause like balance is really hard. It's hard to decide between like kind of like a short, stout, square, boxy character for a robot, or if I want to go more like the ethereal kind of wispy, creepy type energy. So I really want to lean into that, but at the same time, I like also want to be like kind of realistic here of how like she was built. We're gonna go even smaller. You're going to be a small little lady. I thought Lust had land, but just not like a ton of land. Yes, they do have like, they are pocked with like little islands. I'm thinking about maybe making the air kind of like poisonous to breathe, which is why most of the people that live down there are going to be like under the surface. But I might actually not do that. I don't know, I'm still deciding. I'm still brainstorming. I hate all of this. I hate everything I've drawn. So in the Lust Ring, would it be out of the question for monster mantis shrimp to exist? That's a good idea, low-key. And just go around punching people. Hell's built in, no horny paddle. Imagine like it just like seeks out like succubi and incubi like just to hit them. You aren't built like a box, which is what I intended. Okay, let me sketch out idea number 2 here. If I can draw a circle, thank you. Well, you gotta go. Oh man, but I needed I needed your opinion. I can't make decisions on my own about your characters. So this is idea number 2. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Do we go with Box? Timothy Boxman? Or do we go with, like, slender, ethereal, weird little thing? Oh, we'll name them A and B. Let's see, how do I make a poll? I'm sure I can make a poll. Timothy Box. Let's see. Where's Twitch? Am I allowed to look at Twitch, please? Alright. How do I make a poll? Settings? Do I go to settings? Am I allowed to look at Twitch, please? Can I mute that, please? I don't want to listen to my own voice. I see nothing. Highlight mod view shield mode. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. But I see three votes for B, so I guess we'll go with B. I like kind of figured that would be like the choice. Go away. Away. All right. Now we're getting started on the art for real. An hour into the stream. Has it been an hour already? What was I doing? What have I been doing this entire time? What am I doing? I have a circle tool. You know what? I think this music is bad luck. I'm going to put on a different album. AJ, I'm mad at myself. I couldn't draw all day, and all of a sudden I can draw like this. Okay. Alright. Head. I was drawing a terrible sketch and googling the type of species category an octopus was. Fellas, I might have ADHD. I didn't think I did, because normally I can focus pretty good, but I guess I was wrong. Terrible, it was peak, but it was an expletive post. Yeah, I know, but like I can't say that word. You guys think I have anything like ADHD or something? Probably. I don't know. Whatever I have, I think it's probably pretty mild, because I don't think it's like really getting that much in my way. Man, I draw a really nice thigh and then I realize it doesn't actually make sense in order to actually stand. Nope, nope, hate that. Hate that. Let's see, he said he really liked my, my drawing of Penchus. Let me pull Penchus back up so I can, have more of an idea of, like, kind of the vibe he likes. Where is it? There you are. So the only thing we, like, really need to, like, kind of think about is the arms, because that's the only metal part. Oh, is this like a steampunk robot maid? Yeah, kinda, yeah. But it's like in a fantasy setting, so it's called an automaton instead. Okay, we'll put a gear there. I do like the idea of like the legs like not confining to like human proportions, so the thighs are too long and then everything else is too short. I kind of like that. Pinches in a maid outfit when? No! Quinn, stop! You need help, man. You need help. The arms. We're gonna take like a little bit of that shoulder pad inspiration since he did like that. Can I post the Adams sketch? Dude, I can't stop you from doing anything. And I don't believe in censorship. Carly in a maid outfit when? No! Jesse! Please! I'm gonna go for a direct copy of this, because that would be lazy. Definitely gonna want a gear here. Oh man, I don't want to draw gears. Gears are the worst. It's my own fault for putting them in there. That looks bad. You know what? We're gonna leave this lazy sketch the way it is, and we'll go over it with the nice line art now. I'm gonna do the face, because I want to do the face. Let's see, he wanted it like that, but like, I don't like the way that that looks. Does he want the hair? He didn't mention anything about the hair, I don't think, did he? He did not. I guess we will go for more of a round face shape, since these face shapes are very round. That was more for reference of texture, and feel free to go nuts on the hair. Thank you. You know, when I first like read about the idea you had, not the idea, but like the commission, her you know, like the version of her that like has the makeup on, I was kind of imagining almost something kind of like that. Like, I think they're called kabuki masks. I was imagining something kind of like that for the face, but like made out of porcelain. Because everything else is like has been like pretty like Asian themed. So I kind of do want to like keep that theming going in a way, because it like getting like a Victorian theming like kind of like out of nowhere a little bit like it kind of is throwing me off. You have my interest. Let me go find a reference picture of a mask that might be nice for her. How do I spell kabuki mask? Oh, I got it right first try. Let's see, where's a good one? I want a feminine one. Feminine. There's like a good one. Kind of don't like most of these. This one's kind of nice. Am I allowed to copy it, please? Thank you. Something like that, like at least in terms of the way that it's sculpted, I would definitely do something different with the patterning. But I was imagining that with like the dark eye sockets. Like just something kind of like really off-putting. I like drawing things that are like off-putting, but even though they are like nice. You don't have ears. I'm redoing this. My Adam has spinal trauma, and it sucks to be him. Oh, Spinel! Oh, that's completely different. Oh, remember back in X's and O's that Blitzo mentioned Luna having a babysitter to Moxie in prison, specifically how said babysitter would have killed Blitz if he didn't return, so I thought the show would reveal Millie to be the babysitter, but it turned out to be her throwaway line as she was the last member to be recruited. I'm thinking if Moxie was the last and Millie and Blitz took turns. Okay. I don't really know what to do with that thought. I think I probably still will give her ears, even though the mask doesn't have ears. I don't know, human ears just look so strange in a way that I think like is can be like kind of off-putting, like if you do it right. Not like that though. That's wrong. That's incorrect. AJ, what should I name me and Adam's child? Oh man, let me think. Let me think. Adam and Quinn. Quat him. How would this robot's inner body operate and look like? Because, yes, I do have a degree in animatronic operations. I don't know, man. I don't know anything about robots. Since I don't know anything about robots, I'm more like basing like the way that her body functions like more off of the skeletal system, because I do actually have a medical grade plastic skeleton in the corner of my room. His name is the Archduke Ferdinand. So I always have a skeleton reference right there. I'm gonna have to like go get him naked in a second. I use him as a coat rack, so he's got like my hat, scarf, and big puffy coat on right now. So I can't see anything other than his rib cage and spine. Also his legs. I can see his legs. Anyway, so what I think I'll do, since Mercer approved the idea of two outfits, is I'll probably draw her naked first and then like put the clothes on afterwards. I might actually pull up some references of animatronics actually for this. Specifically I'm thinking about the sister location animatronics. I'm specifically thinking about like Ballora and thinking about like how her chest plate works. I might actually not need to do that. I remember what they look like. I have a brain. I want everything to like look very soft and smooth and like buttery almost. Buttery is not the right word. Let's see. I'm gonna go take my skeleton, the Archduke Ferdinand's shorts off really quick so I can figure out what the heck a human pelvis looks like. I will be right back in just a second. Don't fall over, please. I'm sorry. It has to be done. I need the reference. Thank you. Alright, the skeleton is now nude and very embarrassed about it. What are your versions of night hags since you mentioned them as of the latest original demon type for your version of hell? I haven't designed anything. The only thing I've done so far is brainstorm, which means that I have zero set ideas and there's really nothing to question about me yet. I'll make a video about it eventually. Hello, Rapid. It's good to see you. What are the ideas, if anything, to tell? I don't have any. The only idea I have is that night hags exist, and I might use them, and I might not. The thing is that my ideas, they always come from my art, like as I'm drawing it, because my subconscious mind works a lot better than the other mind, the mind that talks. So how I usually come up with my ideas is I draw it first, and then like I think about it and brainstorm like while I'm writing the script. So all of my ideas, they are happening in the videos that you actually see. That is the process. I don't think we need to worry about the collarbone because of the way that her chest plate is working. You know what? We might put like a slit in here so that like you can like open her up and operate on her if you need to. Or like maybe she could like do minor maintenance repairs on herself. Let's see, we'll put the wiring in through here. Hey yo, Quinn, you better shut up, man. You got Adam pregnant. You are not allowed to talk to me anymore. Wires. My brush size is too big. What? That's why this looks so strange. Oh well, I guess the brush size is gonna be different on a few of the parts, but not on all of them. When did what? He got Adam pregnant! He got him pregnant and their baby's name is Quaddam! Yeah, I'm gonna help Adam hook up with a lawyer so that way he'll have a new boyfriend and and he'll have someone to help him get the child support. Can't believe you, Quinn. Uh-oh, that hand looks bad. I'm gonna need to do your stupid hands. I can't see my skeleton's hands because, like, he usually wears a jacket. Like, I've got him in a blue Sands jacket. And getting the sleeves over the hands was actually the most annoying thing ever, so I didn't take his jacket all the way off so it's still covering his hands. So I can't see them. Oh, when I look at this drawing, I keep thinking of the Uncle Clonk animatronic. Hang on, I think I know what the Uncle Clonk animatronic is, but I kind of forget. So we're gonna go look at it together. Let's see. Uncle, am I allowed? Am I allowed? Thank you. Uncle Clonk animatronic. Oh, this freak of nature. I remember him. The dude that looks like a freaking pedo. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this monstrosity. My god. What was the incident? He was like a talk show type performance. Yeah, I remember. I remember like watching a video about him once by I believe the name of the channel was Melody Ever After. He had like this weird glitch where like his eyes would stop working, so he would just stare at people, which, as you might imagine, is incredibly terrifying. Anyway, so that's awful. I'm glad we all looked at that. I'm glad we all had that experience. My what? Oh. Anyway, so these things, I think there's like 50 of them like just sitting in a warehouse somewhere. My god. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, so there's like 50 of those sitting in a warehouse somewhere. And yeah, that definitely helps me sleep at night. Oh, why does he look like that? How were kids not traumatized by that? The thing is that they were. They were scared of him. That's why they stopped using him, is because he was terrifying. I'm gonna give you like really long, thin fingers, like for careful detail work. Cause you're like a nurse, right? You're a scientist nurse, so a scientist nurse is gonna need some delicate hands. Actually, hang on. Let me look up. Let me look up like surgery bots, cause I know that they exist. So maybe I can like take some inspiration from their like hands or whatever they use. Surgery bot images. Oh my. That's what you look like. I can't tell what's going on with like their little things. Okay, so they are like needle thin. Like exactly what I thought they would be. Okay. Exactly what I thought they would be. What the flip? Did you not know about surgery bots? Oh my. Actually, let me look at that again. Okay, so like it's a tube and then they've got a singular joint. Okay. Singular joint. We'll make that look better later. Then they've got the tube. You know what, we should start it from like over here. That would make more sense. Okay. I can't wait to do... I'm so excited for perspective on this. Okay. Got our joint. I'll make it better later. And then we've got our tube. Alright, tube. And then we got like the long thing. The long dingle dangle. And then we've got like our little square. AJ, the baby's being born. Please, I'm trying to focus. Okay, we got our square. Let me look at it. And then it kind of looks almost like it's got like a little ribbon thing on it. And then needle. Yeah. Robot arm. We will give you multiple because you need these for hands too. And then we'll put the thumb up here. Yes. Oh, I hate that. That makes me uncomfortable. Let's see, we'll give them a slight curve since they are fingers now. They're not just needles, they're fingers. Nope, too fat. There we go. Too fat, that's something I say to myself every day when I look in the mirror. No, please. Thank you. fixing the joint. Fixing it. We're fixing the joint. We're fixing it. You two can babysit when me and Adam go on our anniversary date. Okay, but only if I'm getting paid. You know, I did actually used to babysit for money. I usually only babysat my siblings. Because I didn't know anybody at church, and people usually only hire people that they know to babysit. There was one time, though, where I babysat somebody else's kids, and their kids were actually insane. And so I only ever babysat for my parents after that, because I couldn't handle it. I'm gonna make this more of like an orb. Can I make you look like an orb? Orbus. Orb. That looks kind of weird, but it's fine. So who do I made outfit first? Please! Do Quinn! Give him a taste of his own medicine. What do the rest of the robot arms look like? Okay, so we got a joint, and then a joint, and then a joint. Okay. If I do Quinn, I add his wife too, go for it. A joint. I don't want to redraw this. I was in the book in what? What's in the book? What's in what book? What are you talking about? Any doodle suggestions for Muffin? No. I don't have any, unfortunately. What if you drew him as a muffin? Man, I hate myself. Don't say that. It's not your fault that you accidentally sent your message early. It happens all the time. I almost drew him eating a muffin, but that would be cannibalism. A joint. Please. Please! There we go. I mean, no, we don't go. That doesn't right. That isn't right. Nothing is right. Everything's wrong. And it's all my fault. And it will be forever. I am the source of all of my problems. There we go. And I need this to, like, almost look like it's not quite like curling in, but like wound around. There you go. Cause like these joints, they're like I don't know how to describe how they're interlocked, but like there's a ball, and the ball is connected to the arm joint, and then there's the other part and another ball, and the balls are together like a scrotum. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke before somebody else did. This looks bad. I think I need to get rid of this shoulder pad as much as I love it, because it's not correct. Because if we have this joint, we don't need the shoulder pad there to also be the joint. Oh man, I might have to redraw this piece after all. Because, oh no. The perspective. Yay, I don't have to redraw it, I can just slide it in place. Hold up, you need the shoulder pad thingies for the compressors? I don't know what that means! Dude, I'm not a mechanic. If I was a mechanic, I would not be here. I would be off doing mechanic stuff. Not drawing this. But they could be the joint. Well, I mean, yeah, they could be, but like the thing is that they looked kind of weird because like this part needs to twist. It needs to twist. This part right here needs to twist up and it needs to twist down. And this part right here also needs to twist up and it needs to twist down so that the arm can go up and then it can also go sideways. And if that joint, if that shoulder pad was right there in the way, it would not be able to do that because the shoulder pad would be in the way. And then there would be nowhere for the arm to go. Not to like woman-splain like your degree to you or anything. I'm just like trying to make sense of this in my own head. We could like add like a little bit of a little bump here though, like for decoration, or to like keep the arm from twisting too far. That looks awful. I hate that. Either the shoulder one needs to be bigger or this one in the middle needs to be smaller because it's kind of like messing with my head. I forget how reality works a lot. You forgot about solids? That's better. Okay, I keep hearing too much about this Quinn Adam baby. So we're gonna go into Discord and we're gonna go look at it. Alright, is everyone prepared? Where is it? Oh, that's not it. No. No, that's not it. You know, pregnant Adam doesn't look any different than regular Adam. He looks exactly the same. Okay, where's this baby? Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Oh. Oh no. Is there more? Oh boy. Well, that was a gift. I don't know if I liked looking at that. I skipped one? Did I skip one? Alright, at me to it. Where is it? 9-1 to no womb. Oh, did Tot draw it too? I'm sorry, I was only looking for yours. That is a very cute little man. Oh god, I like the head things. I think the head things are like really cute. Well, congratulations on your new baby, Mr. Sir. Wow, we've made no progress within 2 hours. Let me see. I'm trying to think about like the ways that the thighs are gonna connect into the pelvic area. Because on humans, like, there is a joint, but the joint is like also like kind of like fused into the bone a little bit. Like it doesn't like connect to any part of the skeleton. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of like just thrown for the loop. Because the way that it is on humans, let's say this is a pelvis. You've got the joint here, and it like connects to the leg like this. So you've got like this little dip like right there, and then you've got leg, and then you've got knee and whatnot, right? And I just don't know how I'm gonna be able to fit another little joint in this tiny little area when the joints look like that. Unless I use a different style of joint for the legs, but that's gonna make me upset. Because then it won't match. And there's no reason why it shouldn't match. Unless I could change these to like, instead of like the, instead of a cylinder joint, I could just change it to like, just like a circular joint. I might do that. I'm gonna do that. All these work into all these joints just to change them. I particularly love animatronic movement operations. I find the use of air compression quite interesting. Is that exposed part in between the chest and arm wires or tubes, both, or is the compression tubes under the wire and near the back chest? Which could potentially help in upper body and chest movements, particularly in the spinal area? That was all gobbledygook to me. I'm sorry, I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna combine this open area into both wires and tubes. Um, this robot, it is like it's not strictly a robot. It's also an automaton, so I don't need to worry too much about things like being realistic per se, like in terms of like power source and how it moves. Just so long it has like the illusion of making sense. It needs to make sense. Like what's the term for this called? Like What is it called? I forget what the term is. Oh man. I would really like to be able to use this term, except that I can't remember what it is. I want to say the illusion of depth, but that is not even close to what it is. It's something doubt. Suspension of disbelief, that's what it is. Yeah, so I think what I'm doing right here with this robot design is I just want to suspend your disbelief like as much as possible. No, not as much as possible. That's completely wrong. But I want your disbelief to be suspended just for like little things. Well, that would actually be pretty major in real life by making everything else look like it makes sense. Since this is like fairly realistic, at least I think that the way that the story is that it's supposed to be fairly realistic. I haven't actually read Mercer's book yet. I haven't had time and I completely forgot about it. I've been meaning to do that. I just haven't gotten around to it. I feel so bad. Because it sounds like a really interesting story. It runs on oil and fairy pee. I'm sure it probably would have oil in it somewhere, so there will be like probably tubing that has oil running through it. I'm thinking like trying to like in terms of PCs, because like a PC, in order to make a PC, you gotta have like tubes running through it, like with water or some kind of coolant or something. Oh. Fairy pee is very funny though. Also, I want to read this story now. Talk to Mercer. It's Mercer's book. I think he said he's got 5 chapters out right now. And I think they're on AO3, but I forget the name of it. You know what? He sent the link to me once. Let me see if I can find it again in my Ko-fi messages. And I'll like shove it in the Discord and links and promotions if I can find it. Let's see. Am I allowed? Load! Load more! Where is it? It's called Rise of the Sintered. That's a cool name. Goated name. What do you find to be the most interesting and weakest world-building details of Hello Boss? Man, that's like a whole video. Where is it? I know this link is in here somewhere. It has to be. Well, I couldn't find it. Maybe resend it to me. Thanks, Mercer. You're the greatest. Honestly, I think the circular joints look better than the shoulder pads did, like by a lot. They kind of look like oranges. I'm just gonna copy and paste the arm because, my goodness, I have wasted so much time already. The hand is wrong. You have to do the hand again. Oh, thank you, Mercer. I've got the link now. I will quickly just double check to make sure this link works, and then I will send it in the Discord for everyone to read. Yep, works just fine. Where are you? Links. Alright, anyone who wants it, it is now in links and promotions. You know, I bet I could just cut this off and then, like, flip it around. Starry ate the link. Starry, that wasn't very nice. There we go. It's not perfect, but this is just the reference page. This isn't the final art, so I'm not too worried about it looking perfect. I know you dislike how the succubi looks similar to imps. Yeah, I do really dislike that, because I did not know there was a difference between succubi and imps, until, like, after I finished watching, the show, at least for, like, the first season. And realistically, how was I supposed to know? How are you supposed to know there's a difference between succubi and imps unless you're reading Vivzi's Twitter? I had no clue. They look incredibly similar. The only difference is that one is pink and one is red. And, like, I think there's, like, minor differences with, like, the horns and, like, hair coloration. But be honest. Be honest. Like, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Because the succubi are introduced, I think it was, like, in either the second or third episode. And by that time, I hadn't yet figured out that male imps always have white hair and female imps always have black hair. I didn't know that. And how was I supposed to know? It had only been a few episodes and there were only so many imps in there. It wasn't long enough for me to establish, like, a pattern recognition of recognizing that difference, really. Because of that, when I see Verosica, this pink-looking, this tall pink imp with white hair, I didn't think it was weird, and I didn't think she was any other kind of species. I just thought she was tall. She kind of reminds me of a droid from Star Wars right now. Yeah, I was kind of, like, trying to channel that energy a little bit. I think Star Wars has lots of good droids in it. Or, well, it used to. Star Wars is not what it used to be, man. It's really sad. Star Wars used to be one of my favorite series ever. When it used to be the series. It was the goated series. And then Disney picked it up, and ever since then it's been a third-rate franchise. And it's gotten to the point where nobody wants to watch it because it's just a money sink. Because you know that it's gonna be bad. And the only thing that's been decent to come out of it in recent years was The Mandalorian and Andor, and no one watched Andor. And The Mandalorian started good, but then got real bad because they made it into the Bo-Katan show, and I don't know who Bo-Katan is. I have heard, like, since then, after, like, watching many a review, just taking a dump on the Mandalorian, that Bo-Katan was, like, from, the, animated, like, Clone Wars series, which I've heard was good, but I didn't watch it. I was a little too, young for that series, like, when it was popular. Because I remember I once saw a guy get stabbed, with a lightsaber in that show, and I got too scared and told my mom, and then my mom banned it, and we never watched it again. So I don't know who Bo-Katan is, and I have no attachment to her, and I'm not particularly happy about her taking over the Mandalorian's show. I think the idea to bring Baby Yoda back after Mando like saved him and got him to the Jedi, I think that was a really stupid move. Like, just give him a new cute baby. Give him a new cute baby. After that, like, the show, like, really felt directionless. It's like, what's his quest now? Now that his baby is gone. And now that his baby is back, but now there's, like, nowhere to get rid of the baby. Because the only people that were supposed to... his own people didn't want him. Or, like, because he wanted to leave or something. I think that was stupid. The Acolyte was a waste of time and money, and the lead actress made a song shaming people for watching it. Oh my goodness, that song. I have not seen the full song, but I have seen, like, muted clips of it, and I've heard, what I have heard, like, is, like, she's talking about how much of a victim she is because of her skin color, which I think is absolutely ridiculous because she was born a rich girl. She's always been a rich girl. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a rich girl, like, cosplaying as a victim just because she happened to be born a certain way. I think that's dumb. I'm really sick of these victim competitions where everybody's, like, trying to, like, be the biggest victim. I don't care. I really don't care. Being a victim sucks. Being a victim is the worst thing that anybody can be. I never want to be a victim of anything. I don't want to be, and forgive my really cringe language here, but I want to be a strong, independent woman. And my idea of being a strong, independent woman is not a woman who's just, like, complaining about how much men suck all the time. That's not strong. That's not independent. That's whiner baby stuff. I feel like it was supposed to end after season 2, but Disney wanted more because it was the first hit on Disney+. I think so, yeah, and honestly, I do think there were enough loose ends that you could have made a third season, but you just can't make a third season about Baby Yoda. Like, the show is called The Mandalorian, so make it about The Mandalorian. Like, you could have there was a lot of potential for the series to be, like, this really nice, just episodic show. Because he's a bounty hunter, right? So every single episode, you can make it completely episodical with no overarching plot, with just the Mandalorian just being a guy, being a dude, just trying to make his way in the galaxy. There was still plenty that could have been done. Like, they could have made, like, the follow-ups, like, as, like kind of almost tried to do, about, like, his culture and his place in the culture of Mandalorians. There was so much room for that, but it seems like they were hung up on, like, making Bo-Katan, like, the in-between between between the two groups of Mandalorians. What I think they should have done is I think they should have made a movie. Like instead of like maybe instead of a second season of a show, I think what they should have done is they should have just made a standalone movie. There's no way the Mandalorian isn't about the Mandalorian and Hazbin Hotel isn't about the Hazbin Hotel. Yeah. I wish people would stop naming their shows things and then making them about something else. Keep to your freaking pitch. Please. Well, I don't think it's that hard to just keep to a pitch. It cannot be that hard. Also, you know, I get it. Writing an episodic show is hard. I think writing an episodic show would probably be more difficult than writing a show with an overarching plot. Because if you have an overarching plot, then you only have to write it once, right? You just write one big story. And I think that would be easier than writing lots of teeny little stories about the same characters. But you know, that was what TV was like for a long time. It cannot be that hard to do. At least, like, not that hard in, like, comparison to other things. I need to make these joints smaller. Keep making them too big. That looks about right. I'm yoinking the robot. Please don't. I'm only just starting to make progress on this bad boy. Honestly, it looks pretty good. Oh, what am I gonna do for your feet? I think I might just make them like little spears. I mean, the hotel is the main setting of the show, and it largely focuses on the guests and staff of the hotel, so you can argue it's not a misleading title. No, it's not, but it seems like they, like, kind of shaft the actual, you know, like, getting better part of the Hazbin Hotel in favor of the big overarching plot, which, you know, I get it. They were very rushed. They only had a few episodes. And I think the title is still totally fine. It's just that the pitch is different from what I wanted. You know, I came for a show that's about people, like, working to, like, make themselves better through their relationships with each other, and we didn't get that. And you know, I still like what we got. I really do enjoy Hazbin Hotel. I love Hazbin Hotel. I really do. You know, I'm not I'm not a hater. But you know, it's also just like not exactly what I thought I was gonna get. There we go. We're leaving the needle feet because I really don't know what to do for the feet. What spurred your interest in Fizzbots when you're making a robot yourself here? Well, the thing is, this robot that we're actually making, it's for a commission. But I actually do find the idea of the Fizzbots incredibly interesting. I feel like writing an episode about the Fizzbots is the only part, of, like, a potential, Hell of a Boss rewrite that I would do. Because it's the only part that I'm, like, actually feel passionate and interested in. Because I don't like Hell of a Boss very much. I used to like it, like, at first, but after a while, after the first season, it kind of fell off, and I feel like it's just been getting worse and worse since. And, I don't want to be too cruel to it because, like, I'm sure Viv Pop is a much better writer now than when she first started working on the show, but that doesn't change that what we're getting right now, it's still garbage. And it's just been getting worse and worse. And, like, we finally hit the point now that Stolas and Blitz are together. It feels like we've hit that point in most like things that are about relationships, most writing that is about relationships, where one of the characters is going to lose their entire personality in favor of the ship, just to keep the ship going. This happened with Luce and Amity. This happened with Vaggie and Charlie, even before like they started like once they were made officially dating instead of just friends. Oh my goodness. Vaggie lost all personality. Like, I'm sure I can think of more examples, but at the moment, those are the only ones that come off the top of my head because they're relationships that I specifically hate. Like, I really hate Luz and Amity being together because once they got together, Amity lost all personality and her entire story became about either it was always her entire personality became about her girlfriend. The entire thing. And she still had problems with her parents. She always had problems with her parents. But it seems like they shifted into being just like about her relationship with Luz. And I thought that was lame. I liked Amity better when she had like a little bit of spice. And it was all gone after season 1. And it feels like we're about to get that with Hell of a Boss, where Blitz is going to lose all personality to make his relationship with Stolas work. Because if you think about Blitz, he would never just sit there and take it when Stolas was complaining about his food. He would not take that. And I don't think he would put up with Stolas complaining about being poor now and crying about that. I think the real Blitz would have said something snarky about that. But no, he just shuts up and takes it. I think that's stupid. The problem is the way the writing contracts work nowadays. Writing episodic shows makes you less money because they can replace you after 2 or 3 episodes. Also, binge watching shows better for streaming because watch time. That is true. And you know what? You can make an episodic show, but you can still have an overarching plot. I mean, like Gravity Falls did it just fine, and so did what was the one called? Was it called Frogtopia? I forget what it's called. The one with the girl and the frogs. And they all did it just fine. The Owl House did it just fine too. It was kind of episodic at first. It can absolutely be done. Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you so much. Man, that's embarrassing. Frogtopia. What's wrong with me? I sound like such an old lady. The Lucifers are getting a poly baby, AJ? Please, no! No! Okay, so now I guess I do have to actually do the face. This is where it could all end. I should do this on a different layer before I ruin everything. Anyway, it's totally possible to make a good episodic show with an overarching plot. But for some reason, it seems like a lot of people and a lot of writers just can't do that nowadays. And of course, I feel like I don't really have a leg to stand on because I have not yet done that myself. And I feel like I can't really speak about how hard or not hard it is until I've done it myself. What does, what's her face? What does her nose look like? I want to make sure that I'm not reusing nose shapes too much so that everyone has a unique nose. Let's see. Your nose is covered by your helmet. You're a cow. Okay, so yours is just like a little slish. Got it. What layer am I on? Okay. I like that. Lucy is pregnant now, the father is Bean. Oh boy. see. You've got like a wheel. That's what your nose looks like. I wonder if I can copy that. Oh, well. No, that looks bad. We're leaving it simple. Let's see. The lips are gonna be where it's hard because lip shapes are hard. We'll do the lips in the color. I don't like making the lips part of the line art. And I'm not gonna draw the other eye because I never draw the other eye. Now, hair. I think what we'll do is I'm actually gonna leave you bald for right now. And I think I'm gonna give her like different wigs to go with her different outfits so she can like really fully change herself depending on what she's doing. I think I want to make this this mask part stick out just a teeny bit more, so it really looks like two different pieces. This is a tangent that's going to bother me a little bit if I don't fix it. Oh boy, wrong layer. Okay, good. Good. Alright, main body is done. ERB, guys, I gotta go. I need to eat more of AJ's walls. Please don't. I'm gonna have to pay a damage deposit because of you. How dare. Anyway, so I think what we're gonna do next is we're gonna color this lady in, and then I'm gonna go eat lunch, and I may or may not start stream back up again after that, to do the other outfits, but I do kind of like need a break after we finish coloring her in. Hang on, I think you need a little bit more neck here. Keep your head from falling off. Let me fill that in too. There we go. That's better. You know, I think she would probably like also have like changeable faceplates for if I do put on like some like symbols or makeup or whatever on there. Let's see. She's supposed to be like copper or bronze. Let me pull up some pictures of copper and bronze to make sure that I get like the right colors here. Let's see. Copper. What I find odd is that the show didn't address is why did Asmodeus act a persona where love is gross and lust is the best, but his actual personality is the opposite? Yeah, I find that really odd too, that they never acknowledged that. Like, who gives a darn? Like, who really cares? Okay, here's a picture of Copper. Let me drop that in real quick. Copper is very pretty. It's got like this really nice, almost like pinkish color to it. What would you do to make imps and succubi more distinctive? Well, I haven't fully figured it out yet, but I am planning on making succubi, look more reptilian. Specifically snake-like. But I haven't figured out anything beyond that yet. I'm not sure what exactly I'm gonna do with imps. I would have to do more research about imps, like the actual creature, not just Vivziepop's imps, before I really decide anything. It's honestly part of the reason why I've been putting it off, because I have so many different species that I need to design, and you know, that's gonna be tough. It's tough. That sounds neat. I could see that. A face for every occasion quicker than makeup. Yes, absolutely quicker than makeup. You only have to paint it on once. Let's see. What was the other one? Bronze. Where are you? That doesn't look like bronze to me. That looks like silver. I think that's AI, actually. Oh, here we go. I don't need this one anymore. Go away. Alright. Bronze, copper, and brass. We've got brass here too, like just for also reference. I think I'm probably gonna lean more on the copper one for colors. Cause you know, she's feminine. You know, I also think like a pinker, a warmer palette would maybe suit her a little bit. Let's see if I can find like a nice color to pick here. Seems like this color right here is the main color. This color looks like the highlight, and then there's the darkness over here. And oh my. That certainly is a color. My god. Oh, that is relief. I still don't like it though. Have you ever played Citizen Sleeper 1 or 2? I have not. I have not seen a playthrough either. I've never heard of that, unfortunately. What about this one? Oh no. It's more of a brownish. In case you couldn't tell, I like metallic colors. I like metallic colors, but the thing about metallic colors is that they're so hard to work with. Oh boy. Might have to see. Let's make it pinker. Might have to actually figure out my own color here. Okay, there we go. That one looks like an actual base color I can use for metal, and then it'll look more like copper when I actually render it. Brass is basically a far shinier and polished sort of bronze. In color, brass actually looks like a fake toy gold sort of color. Forgot to mention this, but I'm going on holiday for my birthdays this year. Oh, happy birthday! Where are you going? And, how old are you gonna be? I think, these things, I don't really know what they, are, like, on the surgery bots that we were using as reference. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave these as, like, hollow, little containers that maybe, like, she could pump, like, medicine into. Or maybe, like, some kind of healing potion or something, so, like, she always has some on hand and she could just easily stab somebody with her fingers to quickly heal them. Why do you think I commissioned you? Because I'm competent enough and decently priced. Wiring is often made of copper, right? Pretty sure. I don't think it is anymore. I think it's like made out of like fiberglass now or something. I don't know what fiberglass actually is. But I think it's made of glass now, most wires. And I'm not sure. But I think wiring used to be made out of copper, but they stopped doing that because it's so expensive. The mines! The mines! How many child slaves do you think died so she could have copper wiring? I imagine the thicker parts of the air probably hold air I imagine the thicker parts of the body probably hold air compression tubes. Am I right in that assumption? Because I'm only like half decent in the subject. I don't know. Hmm. I think maybe I'll go a little bit darker for the wiring part. The only part I dislike about Mammon's design is how the greed ring doesn't fit his design elements, but instead crimson or tats. I don't fully understand what exactly you're saying there. Are you implying that my favorite boy is in fact imperfect? How dare! Honestly, I like Mammon just the way he is, which is why I'm kind of like not excited to redesign him because I don't even know what I would change. I like him exactly the way that he is. But I have actually like done a little bit of thinking about what I'm gonna do to him. And I think like I might change like his kind of like, I think he's a spider. I think I'm gonna change his spider motifs to like some kind of like a, I've been thinking about like making him a parasite of some kind. You're way above competent and extremely well priced, thank you. Make him chub, of course. See, the flaw isn't with his actual design, but instead the ring whom he's the ruler. Yeah, he kind of does, like, seem more like a gluttony character than a greed character. I kind of feel like he and B should swap. I forgot the detail on those joints down there. Whoopsie. I think the sin that I'm most excited to redesign is Satan, who I'm changing to Behemoth, because I do actually have an idea. Anyway, I am leaving Mammon as the Sin of Greed. I'm leaving that design. Like, I'm not switching around Beelzebub and Mammon's designs, even though I do like think that could work. And probably should work. Like, if I were running the show and I didn't have any say in the designs, I would absolutely switch Beelzebub and Mammon's designs. But since I'm not doing that and I can do whatever the heck I want, I do actually have a few ideas stuffed in the back of my cranium that I have, but they're not like even close to being fully realized yet. I think I want to make the main exoskeleton a little bit lighter than the surrounding parts. Oh, that's a nice color. That's beautiful. I like that. We're gonna put that there. No, never mind. We're not going to. Yes. Well, actually, these are like flasks, so these would be a different color entirely. Maybe like just like a plain cream color. Oh, oh, that is too light. That's hurting my eyes. What color for the joints? Well, the problem isn't him being a glutton, but instead the aspects of greed he represents being different from the greed ring version of greed. Yeah, kinda, yeah. What color? This one. There we go. Oh, that's the bucket tool. That was wrong. Whoopsie. Honestly, I think his personality fits Greed like almost perfectly as well. I think the only thing, like, I've got like this very minor gripe about Mammon, and that's the decision to not let girls try out for like the clown role, the sexy clown role that he makes like sexy robots out of. I think that's like really out of character for somebody who would be very greedy, because I feel like whenever I saw that like part of it, I kind of like thought to myself like, wow, Vivzi's like kind of stuck in a bubble, Because I think there's people who kind of forget that gay people are only like, what is it, like 3% of the population? And if you're a greedy person and you want to make money, you have to appeal to the most amount of people possible. So, and since the people who are going to be most likely to buy sex bots are going to be men, and the majority of men are straight men, you would want a female to. I'm sorry, I should just say girl. You're gonna want a female robot. I meant to say female robot, but I was also thinking. Never mind. You're gonna want a girl to be the head of your sex bot things because a girl robot is going to sell a lot more robots than a dude, than a twink. Like, that's just true. I kind of like don't like how that went. I think it would have been better for the world building and make more sense if instead the clowns were traditionally girls. They were traditionally girls, and and Mammon was like only allowed Fizzarelli to like start working for him to like appeal to imps specifically, and kind of like tap into more niche markets as well, because all of the major markets he'd already filled up. The Sins are circus acts, but their rings aren't. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of weird that they are all circus themed. But like, whatever. Well, clowns are cool. Clowns are definitely cool, but you know, circuses, they don't make a ton of money. I should make the joints a different color. But I don't know what color to use. I think I'm gonna change that, and I'll make the joints the lightest color then. Didn't you say something about you deciding the primary sexuality of Hell is pansexual? No, I did not say that. I said that with my characters, you can usually assume that the default sexuality is pansexual unless otherwise stated, because I think that will appeal to the most amount of people for the most amount of shipping, because people love shipping, and the last thing I want is any stupid discourse about who's allowed to ship what. I think that's stupid. Because I know that there are some people that will like complain about lesbian or asexual or erasure whenever people ship pairings that aren't true to the canon sexualities. I think that's dumb. Like, like it's not erasing anything. That's stupid. Erasing is when you take away representation. Choosing to depict a character as a different sexuality in your dumb little fanfiction doesn't have any effect on anything. I think that's incredibly stupid. It's not real. Like, it's even more not real than these characters that already exist that also aren't real, you know? I don't want a single I don't want a single lick of that anywhere. That would be so dumb. And the last thing I want is for my fandom to become one of those stupid toxic fandoms that ruin everything. So I kind of said that just mostly just to like give people the freedom that they want to be able to ship whatever the heck they want. I don't care. And I don't think anyone else should care either. I think caring about something like that is stupid and chronically online. Just make your porn and enjoy yourselves, you stupid little gooners. You know? I gonna go for pristine white face or like a more of an off-white? I want to give this like a little bit of a pinkish reddish tint. I guess I thought it because it would make more sense if pansexuality was the default of hell as opposed to heterosexuality on Earth. I guess, but I don't really wanna make that like actually canon, like within universe. Because I don't wanna say anything about sexuality, you know? I don't want people like assuming that like heaven is homophobic because of the amount of gay people that are in hell and the amount of gay people that aren't in heaven or aren't on earth or stuff like that. I don't want people to like, misconstrue me as saying that being gay is unnatural. I don't think that's true. I'm planning on like basing like the way that sexuality works in hell more like off how it functions in the animal kingdom. And in the animal kingdom, like the default like kind of is straight sort of, but it's I think the no, let me rephrase that. I think the default sexuality in the animal kingdom probably is pansexual because where there's a hole, there's a goal. They don't I feel most animals they don't mate because they intentionally are making a baby. They mate because they want to, and it's because it's fun, because it's instinct. So whatever gives them that feeling, they're gonna do, right? But the default like kind of does like become straight because that's what I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna stop. I don't have a way to finish that thought. I don't know what I'm thinking. Face. What did I miss? Me being an absolute lobotomite is what you missed. Let's see. Colors. Seems like it's usually like a lot of red. Adam is my instinct. I think the people in your audience are smart enough to not think you're saying something like that. I think you can have it just be an undeclared rule of the setting. I don't know, man. I don't care enough about how sexuality functions into the world building of Heck of a Boss in order to like really decide anything about it. No. Mm-mm. And you're probably right. They probably could figure that out for themselves. And you know, I do kind of like assume that most people are smart, but there are some people that are so dumb and they insist on being dumb. Top lip is usually a little bit lighter than the bottom lip, I'm pretty sure, right? A little. I just had a flashback to New Vegas, thank you. What exactly do you mean by that? It's good enough. But some people will intentionally misinterpret your words and make it seem like you mean one thing. Yeah, okay. I'll be leaving the stream. Nice to talk to you and seeing the commission process. Thank you for being here. See you later, Max. Okay, and we'll make the wing dark. Let's see, what's the shape? And the wing is insane on that. Where there's a goal, there's a hole. I like that. That looks kind of cool. something I do really like about Vipsy Pop's style is how she stylizes the eyelashes and the eyebrows, like, cause she tends to make them like usually pretty thick on dudes, and then on the girls they've always got like these really cool eyelashes. I think that's so cool. You can do so much with that, with making the eyelashes just insane. I honestly really love that, and I'm really glad that I got into her work, just because of adding that into my style. Obviously, probably not to the same, um, not to the same extent usually, but a little bit. One of the docs has your character become a lobotomite. Has your character become a lobotomite after your brain and spine got stolen? It's a long story. I see. I see. Oh, New Vegas! Oh, that's the one where, like, it's a story game with, like, a robot, right? Robots that look like people? Let's see. Do I give eyebrows or not? Hmm. I think we're actually gonna mark out where the nose is, the nose line with color instead of with the usual line instead. I think I like that better, getting rid of that. Right. Right there, there we go. I don't want to make her face too complicated. What if it like hooked over the ear? I don't know if I like that. I think that looks silly. Not doing that. Oh, I kind of like that. It also gives like her face some like sculpting to it a little bit. I think that might have made it worse. That definitely made it worse. We'll leave it like that. I like that. Oh my gosh. No, 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 take it back. Take it away. Not that. If you're thinking about Fallout 4 New Vegas is older, oh yeah, I think I'm thinking about that, but I don't know. She was judging us, yeah. I think we're gonna go no eyebrows because it really adds to like the no, zero expression look. Okay, I think I either have to change this or I have to change that, because this does not look good with that. I think I'm gonna make the smart decision and change all the makeup instead. Let me just make sure that I don't have any. Ah! Where, there we go. Hey Jake, check Discord real quick. Okay. Alright. We're doing this on stream as Quinn requests. We are checking it right now. Which room do you want me in? I would imagine art because you've been going insane about something. Mr. Quinn, I am under the impression you have been withholding child support payments from my client. That's cool. That's pretty cool too. Nah. Sorry. Oh no. Oh no, they're with child. Oh no. It's that, Lucy? Oh boy. Is that what you wanted me to look? Oh, it's in questions? What would Bean do once he finds out Lucy's child is his? Probably pack up and leave. And trust me, that would be the good ending. Let's give this an overlay. Let me turn this back on. Lucy needs his child support. Too bad. Oh. It does match a little bit better. Well, maybe not match, but it does look like more like it's supposed to go with these colors. I don't know if I like it though. Oh. I don't know if I like that. I think I did like it better when it was brighter. This one's definitely better than the first one. Lighter, darker. Lighter or dark? I think I'm gonna go darker. We're going with this. Alright, we've got our main base done. What I'm gonna go do is I'm going to go eat and take a bit of a break. I might take a nap, and then I'll probably come back sometime today to finish the rest of this. But maybe I won't. I guess we'll find out. Well, I will see you all later.